Pedro Neto, Yeremy Pino, Musa Diaby, Yuri Tillemans. What is Arsenal doing in this transfer window? IG, I'm fed up. I'm fed up. I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm fed up that you have literally promised me this whole Yuri Tillemans deal to get done. And what the hell is wrong with you? You're making so many videos. Where is Yuri Tillemans at Arsenal? Everything will be answered in this episode, so stay tuned. And of course, for more Arsenal update, consider subscribing, yeah, because that's all I need to tell you. Because we come up with a lot of Arsenal stuff. So the first news is, of course, Garth Crooks Premier League Team of the Week is here, ladies and gentlemen. You can see two of Arsenal players are there in the list, so cheers to that. Cheers to that, isn't it? Moving on, so let's talk about the first player getting linked and what is this whole noise around Yeremy Pino. So, Javi Jorquera Marquez, he says that Arsenal and Liverpool have both put an offer of 40 million euros on the table for Yeremy Pino. However, the Spanish side want 60 million euros. Now, it's actually a very interesting source that has actually come up with this news. Because Alex Richards says that wait. Yeah, Javi Sidro says that Yeremy Pino's entourage has confirmed to Radio Castellón that the interest of Arsenal and Liverpool is really concrete in Yeremy Pino. The clubs could have submitted offers. Pino has a release clause of 80 million euros. You'll be like, 80 million euros, IG? That is 70, almost 65 to 70 million pounds. Arsenal will pay that much for him? Are you crazy, lad? No way. Well. I would just want you to relax and wait. That's all I would want you to do that. Because, first of all, there's this update from Ahmad FC and, of course, Egyptian Gunner podcast. They say that feeling inside Arsenal is that they want to bring two signings. From what I got, there is an advancement in the two deals behind the scene. First, they need to sell before making signings. So advancements are done, but that will only happen when Arsenal sell off. And most importantly, the medicals of Lucas Torreira to Galatasaray is done. It is imminent to be announced as well. So, getting into those whole actions, but first, Javi Mata says that Villarreal have received something more than interest from a Premier League team for Yeremy Pino. Liverpool and Arsenal were rumored to be interested. Now, reports are really bouncing off. Two clubs that are really strongly interested from a long way back, Arsenal and Liverpool. Now, a club has really moved forward to get him. Now, will Villarreal come in the way? Like, will Villarreal come in the way of Yeremy Pino to leave? Well, Villarreal want Giovanni Lo Celso, and to get him, they have to sell a key player. They had three players in mind that were supposed to leave, but out of those, the only player that looks like leaving is, Yeremy Pino. Now, Villarreal have received multi-million offer from a Premier League club. Arsenal and Liverpool are open to sell. Well, yes. Arsenal and Liverpool, Villarreal are open to sell. Arsenal must convince the player who is happy to stay. This is via Radio Villarreal Esports via Villa. So, yes, let's see. Possibilities are endless, but this report does not tell the two names of those clubs. So we stick with Yeremy Pino. So would you take Yeremy Pino? I would. He does not have those goals and assists kind of a thing, but literally he adds a lot of value in those making those runs, and link up play is fantastic. He's really good. If a good Saka. He's got good amount of exposure in terms of Villarreal. The league games are concerned. He's really got good experience as well. So would be a very interesting choice. But just to change the topic, Alex Runarsson is on the verge of joining Alanyaspor on a dry loan. That is according to Tutto Mercato Web. So we believe in that. But let's talk about Hector Bellerin. So that is according to, Alfina de la Palmera or Ignacio Liano. He says that Bellerin's agent has travelled to London to terminate his contract with Arsenal. Arsenal do not want to hold the player against his will. All parties are optimistic about reaching a conclusion. So, yes, nothing against it. And let's get into Pablo Mari, because Mari and Monza are at a stalemate. Verona are attempting to overtake Monza and sign the player, according to Tutto Hellas Verona.it. So we better believe it. But according to Fanta Calcio, they say that Mari is close to joining Monza. Contradictory reports coming from Italy itself. So we will wait. That's all we do. So why would we even make an yeah. Yeah. Brook Norton-Cuffy has signed a new deal with Arsenal. He will be going to a championship club for more development, confirms David Ornstein. Yes, he's put up that in his article, so you'd better believe it. But as already mentioned, Javi Jorquera Marquez says that as offers for Estupinan, Pau Torres and Danjuma have not materialized, Villarreal could cash in on Yeremy Pino. Offers will not reach up to 80 million euros, that is his release clause, but still will be a hefty amount. They would want to raise money, and of course, this is the best time to do it. So, all the best to them. Yeah, all the best to them. Before getting into anything, let's talk about Gabriel Magalhaes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Gabriel, even Matteo Moretto confirmed this. Hector Bellerin's representative is moving. So let's see, because Real Betis are waiting for his departure from Arsenal. So Gabriel Magalhaes spoke about William Saliba, and he's really happy with him. He says, for me, he's the best. He's very young, very promising, and a very good player. I'm so happy to play with him together. He has now started in the Premier League, and he was so good. Yes, he was, Gabriel. Yes, he damn was. Ryan Taylor Sport has opened up about a lot of two things. Number one, he spoke about Cody Gakpo. He says, we know he's attainable because he is reasonably priced around about 30 to 35 million pounds. If that was one Arsenal want to do, then there is scope to do that. But it's important to be clear that there doesn't seem to be any concrete names. Concrete names in terms of clarity in who Arsenal are targeting, which is really good. By the way, Nuno Tavares has scored on his debut for Marseille. In the same game, Folarin Balogun scored in the game for Reims. So 4-1 was their loss for Stade de Reims. But yes, both of them scored, so really fantastic to hear that. Also, Gunnerblog has confirmed that Arsenal have appointed Karen Smart as their new Chief Operating Officer, joining from Manchester Airports Group, MAG. Smart's role would be to oversee the stadium, all facilities, IT and travel, and of course sits on the executive board as well. So these are the roles that will be done. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. More importantly, let's get into the news that we have about Pedro Neto. Now, Ryan Taylor Sport also opened up about Pedro Neto. He says Arsenal have been handed the perfect incentive to launch an unexpected move for Pedro Neto. In a timely fashion, Wolves have now struck a deal worth in the region of £27.5 million for Gonzalo Guedes. Now, there are reports which says that if Gonzalo Guedes comes in, Pedro Neto can move out. So yes, Wolves are moving. Also, Emad Efsin, Egyptian Gunner podcast have said that Tielemans is a very important deal, and I think you will see him coming. I'm confident about that. Neto is a possibility, and Mendes mostly will be involved in winger signing. So yes, but here's the funny part: why is there no competition for Yuri Tielemans? Because Manchester United confirmed by David Ornstein that they're moving for Adrien Rabiot from Juventus. Well, you know why they're doing that, right? Fabrizio Romano says Arsenal are studying more than a single profile for a winger, and the investment will depend on the opportunities. Moussa Diaby has long been on Edu and Arteta's list, but Leverkusen insists they don't want to sell him this summer. It has never been an easy deal. The player was also a popular target for Newcastle, but things never progressed. So, two signings. One of them is Yuri Tielemans, which is confirmed, but more importantly, yes, the funny story is, will they get it done along with Yuri Tielemans and another winger before the window ends? Yes, but let's see whether that will happen or not. With this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, the best place to be, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.